So the other day, I went to the Seymour Centre in the city to see Onstage, which is, it's all the HSC drama students performing their highest ranking performance. It's just a day where the winning performances are performed on stage. So anyway, I arrive at the centre and I'm in that like early stage where like it's really uncomfortable because you can't leave and get something to eat or drink, but you can't stay and feel comfortable waiting that long. I'm in the early limbo. So I walk up to the box office to get my ticket and I asked the gentleman from behind the counter upon the floor if there was any good places to eat within early limbo distance. No sir, I can't say that I do. I just don't know. I don't think so. I apologize, sir. So I walk outside because there's a large crowd of people, and where I was there was little people, so I just... When I say little people, I don't mean... ticket please. There were few people where I was, so I migrated. There's a band outside. The band was terrible. I really don't know why there was a crowd. Maybe they were collaborating to overthrow the band and inherit the stage, as actors often do. I heard people ordering food. So I turned to my left, and there's a cafe. There's a cafe there. It's part of the same building. The guy at receptionist told me there was no food within early limbo distance. There was a cafe. He worked at the same building that there was food at. The cafe was terrible. I don't know why people were going. So the time came to watch the performances. So I walked into the theatre and proceeded to find my seat. I found it and I went to sit down, and at that point I realised that the theatre company had been a little bit stingy. They clearly didn't buy any legs for the seats. Excuse me, sorry. So I'm sitting in my seat, glancing around the theatre, and just taking it all in, having a good glance, just waiting, until I realise two people on the other side of the theatre waving at me and shouting my name. Sam! 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 I have no idea who these people are, and I refuse to respond for the risk of looking stupid in public. So I continue glancing, while I still hear the ringing of my name being shouted from the echoing acoustics of this building. I look around in every possible direction except for them, because I don't want to be seen as seeing them, because I don't know you. I gave them the iciest of icy cold shoulders, the likes of which had only been seen on the ice planet of Hoth. So they eventually surrendered, at which I thought I'm safe. I can feel easy now. That is until I find myself locked eyes with this woman. She starts waving. How many people are gonna wave at me today? I don't know you. Why are you waving? I don't know if she's waving at me or if there's someone behind me. All I know is that either way, if I turn around to look, I'll look like an ass. So I just look. Stunned. After about 10 seconds of waving, she stops and she taps who I'm assuming were her children on the shoulder. Then points at me. Now they're all waving. Who are you people? I'm still stunned. I'm utter confusion. I don't want to seem stupid, so I try a forced smile. If this reaction was for anything, it was a desperate cry for them to turn around and leave me alone. And they did! I'm safe. And I'm going to move on as fast as possible. So the show starts, and it's brilliant. I love it. I'm loving it, loving it. It comes to the intermission, and this guy's walking around with a bag full of streamers. He says to us, "Okay folks, I've got some streamers here. We're gonna at the end of the show throw them down, and then there are students on stage. Now what I need you to do is hold them just like this, and you're gonna wrap it and you're gonna throw it, but you gotta throw it right." And I'm not paying attention a single bit thereafter, because I can only see one red streamer in that bag. My red streamer. And I will rain down hell on anyone who messes with my red streamer. So the guy's handing out streamers, and I'm getting ready. And lo and behold, I get the red streamer. And I am a mile high. I could not be any happier. Unless I was like going camping right after the show. During the show. On stage. Stage camping. Stamping. Not unless I was stamping. So the show goes on, and the only thing I can think about is red streamers and imaginary stage camping experiences. The last performance finishes, and a thunderous applause ensues. The actors come out on stage, and the streamer is thrown. They had just come out on stage, and this one solitary kid threw his streamer too early. Just straight off the bat, just released his coloured ribbon string madness all over the actors. Then everyone else throws theirs. Too early! Not even all the actors are on stage yet. I'm not expecting this, so I fumble to find mine. I find it. I wrap it 4 times around my finger, so that way when I throw it, it'll be attached, and I'll be able to, in case it doesn't go down like a ball just rotating and hit the stage. Like, I want this to be effective. Effective. I want to be remembered as that guy who threw it really well. I line up my shot. I let it fly. It's beautiful. I don't even see my streamer in, I believe it's in the flurry that is passing down onto the stage and flooding it. That is until I actually want to see where my ribbon ended up, to see where my contribution got me. So I look down to observe my unravelled ribbon, only to find that it did not in fact fly at all. My streamer had completely missed. It had gone down and right of me, and it hit a guy in second row in the face! I look at the length of my streamer to see who else it might have hit. It had just missed the face of the mysterious woman from before, who was now looking around at me! Still smiling from the greatness that she had just experienced in the watching of this thing. We all were. I was smiling. The guy I hit was smiling. She was smiling. We're all smiling. It's a great time. A great time. I try and think of any way I can pretend that it's not me, that it was someone around me, like close to me, that threw it. It wasn't mine. But all hope was lost when I realised that there was now a red streamer leading from this man's face up, and tied 4 times around my guilty finger. I was caught red-fingered. I was doomed. Awkwardness was looming around me. I was surrounded. I was about to apologise and not look stupid until the actors had streamers of their own, and they threw them into the audience, covering the first and second rows. This is my chance. This is my convenient cover. So I stand up, give a respective applause to the actors on stage. Good job, I can't just leave. And then I leave. I escape. And I make a bolt for the stairs. I just tear down those stairs. I'm down, I'm in the car park. I find my car. I unlock it, I get in, I close my door. And that's when I realise I still have a streamer on my finger. This streamer, for all I know, there's a pathway of red streamer leading from that guy's face to my chair / floor cushion to the door, down, all the way down the stairs, down into and on my car. To my car.
That's the end. That's
I'm gonna.
yeah.